And there are a lot of different databases. Depending on your topic, you might want to explore some specific databases. Like if you're doing a paper on clogging, for instance, you might look at Hobbies and Crafts Reference Center. Might be a good start for you. But really, for what we're going to do today, it's most appropriate to use Academic Search Premier for your topic. So let's say I'm doing global warming. Type in global warming. And you know, the good news with EBSCO is it has a lot of information in their database. The bad news is it has a lot of information in their database. You can see right here in my search term, I came up with 14,762 articles. So don't have time to read all those, as it turns out. So I'm going to do advanced search. And let's just say I'm interested in Utah and global warming. Well, I'm already down to 88 results. So this is not too bad. The first thing I want you to look at today is this left-hand side. These are all the filters we can use for our searches. So the first thing I want to do is I want to limit it to full text. So automatically it brought me down by about half. I'm now to 43 articles, which is better because I feel like I could read 43 articles if I had enough time. But you know, I don't have enough time to read 43 articles. So I want to use more filters to get more targeted information. Another thing I can do is I could just do scholarly peer-reviewed journals, but let's say today I'm just interested in more of a general audience kind of approach. Next thing I can do is I can filter for time. So let's say I'm just interested in the last 10 years of stories about global warming in Utah. So that takes me down to 37. That's not too bad, but still 37 is kind of a lot to read. Next thing you've got is source types. And if I'm looking at general interest kinds of stories, it seems to me I'd want magazines. And maybe I could add to that, if I so desire, newspapers. And now you can see I'm filtering for both magazines and newspapers, full text, in the years 2004 to 2014. Now I feel like it's probably a little more doable. You can see like Bob Redford's Quest. Global warming is real from USA Today. Seems like some good general interest stuff to get started. Some other terms that, or other features in the search window that are useful is subject, thesaurus terms. So if you're not finding a lot of information about your topic, think about synonyms for your search. Subject, sometimes I can search particular things. That looks like Robert Redford is one thing I could search. Economic aspects might be an angle that I'm interested in. If I trust some publications more than others, I could filter for that, and like, let's say Mother Earth News is, you know, some kind of angle on global warming. Christian Science Monitor is going to give me some other kind of angle. USA Today, these are my choices there. So none of my ultimate fave, like New York Times or something like that, is in that list, so I won't really filter for that. I could filter for companies and institutions. I could filter by geography, but I feel like I've already done some filtering by looking at Utah. And then I could also search the NAICS industry categories. By the way, that stands for North American Industry Classification System, which is used by the Census Bureau to classify businesses for census kinds of information. So I've limited my search from, originally I had thousands of things to look at, and now I've got just 16 articles to browse through. So in class today we're going to work on these search filters on the left and trying to get more specific information for our topic.